Mr. Fleckenstein, thank you for accepting this interview. Are you aware of the more than 35,000 amendments that the novatv.mk, the opposition party in Macedonia, submitted to the parliament concerning the language law?
No, I'm not aware of that, and it was not an issue when we discussed yesterday the new leadership of the party and me. 45,000?
35,000.
35,000. Well, it's not better. This is, I think, more provocation than a real parliamentarian work. On the other hand, I have to admit that our talks yesterday were quite constructive from both sides, I hope.
So Macedonia is not entering a new political crisis. You think that the opposition will be constructive?
I at least hope so. And our talks yesterday were quite different than it was before. On the other hand, there are, of course, important differences between opposition and the government. On the law you just mentioned, in the name issue where I found some at least constructive thoughts how to deal with that. And there were also a lot of concerns by the president and his company about the economic situation and also a bit about the rule of law. And
what about the rule of law?
now it is the question how members of parliament were arrested without waiving the immunity. I don't know whether this is right. I just got the information and I think they have the right that I follow up that as well.
Do you have what was your message to the new president of the VMRO?
My message was that, of course, government and opposition, though they have different opinions, should be at least try to come closer and closer when it comes to real essential points for the European accession process or essential points for the whole nation. That means, of course, to be as constructive as possible on the name issue, for example. At the end, both sides have to decide whether they can agree on something, and if not, maybe a referendum will show who has a majority of the people behind them. So I don't say they have to agree, they have to have a common opinion. No, but they should try, and should seriously try. And this is not only the duty of the opposition, it's also, of course, the duty of the government to help a bit to come closer.
Yeah, so you have an advice to the government. I mean, the Socialist Party in Macedonia is your sister party as well.
Yeah, of course. First of all, I have to say, and they made a quite good job until now. This is a common opinion here in Brussels, as you know. But this was about stability, about good neighborhood, about trying to find an opener for name issue discussions and negotiations maybe. This is very important, I agree. Stability is very important. But of course, as well important is rule of law, as well important is the economy. And it's not that we, like teachers, come and ask, what have you done? Is it enough? We have to see what they could do, and we have to see how we can support them to get even better results, because we want to create a future for the young Macedonian people at home and not far away in another country.
Last question, Mr. Fleckenstein. What are the chances of Macedonia to start really the negotiations with the European Union this year?
I think they have have had a good start after the elections, and now it, of course, is very important to show results also in other fields of politics, and what we can do to mediate. or to bring Greek and Macedonians together, we will do, because I think the name issue should be solved, and also Greeks should be prepared for compromises, otherwise it will not work.
Is there some pressure from Europe to Athens?
At least they know pretty well that we are looking for concrete results. And there is not a real pressure that we threaten them also, but we have invited as a party group to speak with the Greek foreign minister. I know that also Commissioner and also Mogherini and others try to convince the Greek that we agree it's not an easy issue after the history, but on the other hand, if we look forward to a good common future, we have to move on both sides.